Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bulls will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Cougars offense will come out first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Complete on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. Oh, he got loose. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Running to Green.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a minute and talk a little Washington State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
So when he brought that second touchdown guy, right? The Patriots got the football. The score was 24-14. The Patriots eventually scored to make them score the game 24-21. At that time,
here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
You got to be able to blitz, but get home. It's one thing to blitz, just to blitz, but you got to find a way to slip through those cracks. Nice job by the defense. The QB had no clue. He was hanging in there, trying to be tough. Got hit as he threw the football, forced the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So USF's offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
What the hell's going on?
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He's in open space downfield. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, can push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Slithers into space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he smashes his way through again. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy...
Give him 6. Touchdown, Washington State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Sullivan. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires downfield. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
The question is,
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got 3 on first down and second and 7. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
His drive facing a little adversity on second and 11.
Any business can use AI. IBM helps you use AI to change the needs of business. Let's create smart business. IBM.
Back to pass. Got a man. It's Williams. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Motion from the back. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Setting up the screen. There we go. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on the
finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. They marched 78 yards down the field. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run.
Up 16-0 to start the game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. From the gun, he leads it with the back.
Oh, no way.
The first down and still on his feet.
Oh, no,
He moves the chains
get
and
the
they'll mark
tackle
him
right
off
there,
the
bro. What the
33.
fuck is bullshit?
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oh,
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Tell your doctor if these happen or worse, with fevers, chills, muscle aches, or you've had a vaccine plans before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to get to clear skin with themselves.
Ask your dermatologist about themselves.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Injectable immunotherapy. Or certain previously treated adults whose
The ball and throw off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
30 minutes.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, as they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Could be severely linked to death. You doctor right away.
Got his man.
No way, bro.
That toughness just running through everybody. And he gets it done on
Oh,
third
no.
down. They move
That's
the
some
chains and they'll
fucking
mark it
bullshit.
at the 44. Washington State has it all working right now. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown,
What is
Washington
this
State.
super ass
He
fucking
got
shit,
loose and
bro?
it was lights out after that.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
GMC Holiday get a total value of over $11,700 on this year, kicking the line.
Quarterback making checks. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
Lock him,
He
bro.
never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
No way, man.
Incomplete.
You didn't have to
He had
fucking
a
jump like
huge
that.
gain in his fingers
Just catch
and
the
he couldn't
fucking ball.
run. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, kicked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This sophomore behind center has been surgical in his performance. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders. And best of all, they've protected the football. He's got it inside the 15. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. They
He's
got
breaking
him
all the
stopped, but
tackles,
he
bro.
kept moving until he was down to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The field goal is no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They've got to do their job.
They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Got him downfield.
Why is he stumbling?
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big
Hey, why is he
play. A
stumbling?
costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The give to the back. Finds a little space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and can give this offense something to think about.
He might want another play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate moving forward. The
ball is out behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Oh, some bus already.
Touchdown Bulls. And once he got away from the D-end, no shot at catching it.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
First 5 touchdowns
and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
His first time at 5. Almost did it with no interceptions. The late one he gives away just to keep honest. But Emory, we did talk about it pre-game that this was going to be a passing opportunity for Purdy, and the run game might be tough. Nothing was difficult for the Saints.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call.
Seattle.
Now facing a 3rd and
You saw
long.
the difference between a quarterback who got 30 and you saw the difference between
Looking to throw.
I think that's the biggest key to your point.
What?
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Across the field. There was one-on-one all the time, and Brock Purdy found the opportunity. And when he finally got pressure at some point in the game, he just dumped it off to the tailback, to the rest. So Brock Purdy being different, and not to bring him into the conversation, but Brock Purdy being
On
better
4th and 11, they decide to go for it.
On top of the fact that the offensive line they have to do. And think about it. This is the
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the upright. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. This could easily be a preview of the playoff, and we promise to keep you posted throughout, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds his man down the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Calls it in. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Rush is on him. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
But when they get a full deck of calls to be able to get in that stage game, man, look out, man. They really can talk about this is nothing new for San Francisco. It is a system. If you plug into that system.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
That's now a defensive problem to solve.
To the air on second down.
Let's
it fly.
Come on, man. Oh, they don't react like they used to, man.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Thanks for playing. We're going to be the first team to win.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Washington State sent out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Woods. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Cougar!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, What adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He wants to change this route. They'll run play action. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And when there's a run in the running game, I mean, he's pushing forward. And you can tell how much Brock Purdy relies on number 85. Because he was looking for number 85 and almost every pass he played in the first half.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
You know, getting wrong. You know, simply there.
Off play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Never a doubt. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or place some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We've got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Might be calling a hot route.
Say yes to what you want this holiday and for the joy of Santa.
Wide receiver going in motion.
All the AI, right?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. DBs will try to keep everything in front. The inside handoff. Runs through a tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
We're starting to check for infections, tuberculosis, and
The give on the option.
Clear skin.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and it punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Oh, shit.
Anytime you get your name in the company of this candidate, you do it.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back.
There it is. Fastest 20 points for the game. That is now 100 consecutive games with 20 or more points. The second player in NBA history to achieve such a feat was good. 126 consecutive. So
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. There he goes. He's at the 30. Inside, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USF.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They are trailing by 14 to Ohio State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. The only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this
Injury.
defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Hold on. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
If not, it's no playoffs. It's number one seed. And look here at your playoff picture from getting into the NFC with the win, the 49ers. Getting in on that wild card side. It's a 2 more games. They win out. And road to the NFC on 3 Santa Clara. 3 Santa Clara. They win the head coach 49ers. They will host the Chicago Bears. And they will host the Seattle Seahawks.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Right, with that and every hunt back into the next field, losing your post. And gentlemen, I want to start there in the NFC off this win for the San Francisco 49ers. These are the stuff.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to Johnson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
But I like that catch because, like I said, man, you can say whatever you want to say about the criticism or the lack of trust, whatever the case may be. No, I believe that is a man
looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time.
Oh!
And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Go.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
DJ Moore type of thing.
The Seahawks fall and Chicago as a 1 seed. So all that to say, your key teams believing they can be a 1 seed in Chicago, the Pats and Patriots to the
Ready to try the point after.
Quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They want to run this quarterback. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
They have 2 good passes that can get out the quarterback.
They'll move the wide receiver.
And he has
Second down, he'll throw it.
Zings
Zings it complete to the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's got him. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Westbrook. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through the pressure.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Damn it.
He's got it still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Off the play fake. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Tight end finds a soft spot. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make.
You lost Daniel Jones, and then in short order, you lost his backup, Riley Leonard, who you're not sure if you believed in, and a few weeks prior, or a couple months prior, you lost what was the starter that then became the backup to an exercise band injury.
Yeah, no question. And for that, I think their playoff hopes are just so dead. They don't stand a chance. Granted, there's a 2%, mathematically speaking, you still have a 2% chance. That's basically zero, in my opinion, because you got that. Who's playing the best football. Yeah?
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field.
Right? So that's not a good matchup for Phillip Rivers like we saw tonight. This is the best possible matchup for a guy like Phillip Rivers because they don't rush the football quarterback well in San Francisco. Then after Jacksonville, depending on what happens with Houston and the Chargers this weekend, we know how important that game will be for Houston.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
You can't overlook what Brock was doing to defense side of the ball. And Trevor Lawrence has been ball. But if you're the coach who's banking on this AFC South to be the AFC South team,
single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, he's got some space.
Oh.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense, and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Right, he was a different quarterback than what they've seen in years past. Last year game, 12 touchdowns. Throwing the football extremely well.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10.
That can run the football and catch the ball out the back to run. So this is a different Jacksonville Jaguars team.
To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Isaac. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the 1st down. A few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Very good. History on hand here on the NFL on CBS. It's 7 back.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
The Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Fires to the big fountain. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Bulls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped with those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yes to what you want this holiday and to the joy of Santa.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Touchdown
ball. And they add 6 more to the movement trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And Kennedy denies wrongdoing, so he did not say anything offensive.
Wants to go up top.
If the suspension is upheld,
caught over the middle. It's Westbrook. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
I think a one-game suspension is fair because of the situation. Now,
wants to go up top on first down.
That's a different story.
Pocket breaking down.
Still
on his feet at the 45. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Every game, home or away,
looking downfield on first down. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it down the left side. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And you can't lean over. You're not going to have this opportunity to get this close to a player.
He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, try to stop them.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. You didn't really get too much of that stuff. But, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.
He did not return. If he's unable to play this week, the Ravens will start in a pivotal game against the Packers Saturday night. And John Harbaugh addressed that injury on Monday.
As far as contusion, painful, certainly saw him in treatment this morning on Plus Neuro, and we'll be working to classify the day over something behind the confusion, but I want to minimize the very level of that because it's legit.
It's legit. Okay. Emory, it's no secret that Lamar Jackson has been dealing with several injuries this season. That was even before he hurt his back Sunday night. If you're the Ravens, how are you handling Moss ahead of a must-win game against the Packers? So he's your franchise quarterback, so you have to tread lightly. And if Lamar Jackson was healthy enough to go lead, he would have gone in my opinion. So this is different than the hamstring or what actually that Colts to throw the football. And he felt like he couldn't throw. Instead, at the end of the game, he was trying to throw at half